Hey everybody, Alex the Pro here from Expert Forex, and in this exciting video we're going to be looking at extreme success in Forex trading. So what we're going to do is have a quick chat about the psychology of high success trading. Then we're going to have a look at a case where $275 was traded to over $1 million in 3 months. And then we're going to have a look at some possible ways that one can trade at 100% success rate. And then we're going to look at some actual 100% success accounts that have been trading now for 3 months. Not only do they have 100% success rate, they also have positive drawdowns. In other words, the majority of the drawdowns are positive, not negative. So let's look at the psychology of high success trading. Now, the examples you're going to be seeing today come from highly successful, positive, optimistic traders. They do not come from pessimistic and negative traders. They do not come from traders that say, oh, these are bad traded results, they're not worth anything. Or, oh, these results are on demo accounts, they are worthless. Those kind of people will get exactly what they deserve. Nothing, because of their negative attitudes. But if you have a positive attitude to what you're seeing, towards Forex trading in general, you will find yourself asking positive questions. I wonder how this was done. I'd love to see the technique used. Those kind of positive questions will show you how successful you will be in the future. So when you look at this and you find yourself having negative nigglings, then you need to analyze why you have those negative nigglings, and you need to deal with them. You need to become a positive person, because these successes that you'll see today are not from conventional traders that have gone to a course on Forex trading and learned a technique and then gone to a forum and found that technique on a forum and then traded it. No, they have created their own techniques, very unconventional, nothing that was taught on a conventional basis, but they have turned it into a positive result. That's the kind of person that you are talking about here. Okay, so enough about the psychology of high success trading. Let's move on to the next point. We're going to be covering quite a wide area, and here are some of the links that you might need at the end of the video to get more details about the items we're discussing, and also to download some information. Clickable links will be in the description as well as in the first commentary of the video. So recently I made this video where $763 was traded to over $200,000. It was very well received, lots of interesting questions, lots of negative comments, lots of positive comments, and this video is only the start of a number of videos in the series. Okay, so we've taken it just that little step further. We have now traded $275 to over $1 million in 3 months. And there are the results, 75. There's the over $1 million. There were 46 trades. And in this particular case, the success rate was quite high, 80%. But not 100%, 80% was enough to go over $1,000. Now, at this stage, I'm just showing you this as an example of success that can be achieved using the particular strategy that I mentioned in that previous video. So next we're going to be looking at possible ways to trade at 100% success rate. So this is only one of many ways that you can trade at 100% success rate. So what you do is you take an indicator or something like that, and you find situations where the indicator has only one way to go, and that is to result in a positive trade. Now here's an example of one, and this is the RSI. It's set for 4, and if you look at it, there's a red line over there, and there's a red line there. Those are the extreme readings for this particular indicator. And when the price reaches these extreme indicators, it could stay there for a while, but eventually it will start going back. And that is when you trade. You don't trade when it goes to the extreme. You trade when it starts going back. And there we are. And here's an example that just that that distance over there was over 150 pips. So the idea is to only trade when the absolute extremes have been reached, and then time your entry perfectly. And here's another example. It's gone right overbought to an extreme level. You wait until it comes back and you enter the trade. Now that doesn't look like much of a trade. That was in fact 130 pips. So that's how people design perfect 100% success systems. They go for the absolute extremes. Now the downside of this is that it gets pretty boring. There might only be 11 trades in a whole year because you're going for this extreme approach. But then again, what a lot of traders do is they then trade 10 or 12 currencies at the same time, so that the 11 trades a year becomes maybe 120 or 130, but chances of success are almost 99%. And that's where I come to the psychology of trading. You have to be really positive and confident that your technique is going to result in 100% success all the time. Now that takes a lot of research, a lot of work, and a lot of chart work. Not finding the settings from somewhere. You have to actually look at what's going on in the charts, what's going on in the indicators, and then you'll find gold. Okay, and as I say, this is only one example of trading extreme readings and getting 100% success. Now we have trading robots that you can set up in this way, and you've just seen the RSI one, and here I'm going to show you the tradable RSI. I must just point out that the settings used here are illustrative for the principle that I'm talking about. They are not the final settings. We might talk about these final settings in our premium forum, where through debate these settings will come out. All right, so let's have a look at the settings. So I've got the RSI at 4. Now it says, how do you want to enter a buy trade? So you say, I want to enter it when there's an upward crossover, so from below to above. So a buy trade would be an upward crossover over there from below to above. That's basically what that setting is saying. And I only want to do it if the RSI has reached at least 4 for a buy. Then it says, and then we don't worry about the exits because we do a manual exit, and we don't worry about the other ones. So then it says, what do you want for the sell transaction? And we say exactly the opposite of the buy. In other words, instead of 4 there, it will do a sell transaction when there's a crossover from the top down at 96, the reading. So it's the opposite of a buy, and all you have to do is automate it based on the buy settings. So your sell settings are automatically the reverse of your buy settings. That's as simple as that. If you make a loss, do you want to wait till a trade in the opposite direction? And this one says, yes, I want to wait for a trade in the opposite direction. Then the big one, and that's what makes these EAs, and this can be done on the tradable MACD and the tradable ADX, is you can set them to trade one trade at a time. If you've watched the previous video, you've seen the trading, there's only one trade at a time. There's many periods when there are no trades because then there is no signal that has been identified. So then you say, oh, I only want to trade one trade. And then the key thing, which is again mentioned in the previous video, what kind of ratio do you want between your stop loss and your target? And here we're saying, okay, we want a stop loss of 40 pips and we want a target of 100 pips. Now again, this is illustrative. The ratio is more important than the actual values. With the pound yen, you'd most probably be using a 70 pip stop loss and maybe 160 pip target. I'm just giving ideas out there, but that is the concept is your target must roughly be 2.5 times your stop. Then it says, how much do you want to risk per trade? Now, this is a high probability success trade, and and as you've seen in the previous video, if you haven't watched that previous video, please go and watch it. There we use a setting of 40%, and that's basically what I've got in there. So what I'm saying is that there are a few EAs out there that already can be structured for this kind of trading. Just a reminder to join our expert Forex community of over 30,000 Forex traders. It is free, so don't miss out on any new developments. A link is in the description of the video. Now let's look at another area of incredible success. And here we have 3 accounts on our link to success service that has had 100% success. So there we have it. It has had 100% success. It says here 173 days. In fact, it's closer to 90 days. And that's because some of the demo accounts were dormant for a long time before being used. The correct number there should be 90. So we're saying that these accounts for 90 days at least have traded at 100% success rate and have generated some really, really good returns. But there's a more important factor. What were the drawdowns, or what are the current drawdowns? Let's go and have a look. So here's what I mentioned before. The account was dormant and then only started trading 90 days ago. So that 180 is most probably overstated. You can see that the account has been positive in most weeks. It never had a negative one. You can see these straight lines is when it had a flat week. And that's a week when it doesn't trade. If you are using extreme readings, you will have lots of weeks when no trades happen. So don't worry about those weeks that nothing seems to be happening. It means the RSI is resting and waiting for the bite, the big fish bite. So let's have a look at the results. Okay, so the close profits nice and high. 90% is the gain over the 90 days. But here it is, trade win 100%. Okay, we've seen all of that. But the floating profit and loss is positive. So this particular technique used results in a positive drawdown, not a negative drawdown. I hope that is clear to you. A negative drawdown is when your equity goes down. Positive drawdown, as you can see, makes your equity go above your account balance. And that is a link to 100 SM on the linking service. So there's nothing preventing you from joining the linking service and copying the trades that this fantastic trader has made. And by the way, I have no idea what technique this trader is using, but the results show really good returns with a positive drawdown. Let's have a look at another account. Okay, here's another account. Now this one is turbocharged. Look at the return, 190% over a 90-day period, no negative trades, nice and positive throughout, and 100% success rate. So turbo boosted account, and you can turbo boost. If you are having 100% success rate, you can throw the house at it. You can turbo boost the account, and that's what this trade has done. The first one was a conservative account. This one is turbo boosted. And again, you can see that the floating profit and loss is positive. In other words, it's increased the balance on the account, and so that the equity is actually higher than the balance on the account. Fantastic trading. I hope you agree with me. This is just fantastic. Now, there's a lot of people out there that say, oh, this is rubbish. He's trading a demo account. These results are totally unreliable. I don't care about those results. I'll just ignore them. Now, there are other people that will say, okay, let me click on the orders here, this link there, and go and look at what kind of transactions this guy is entering. Let me see where he's entering the transactions and what his lot sizing is, for instance, and things like that. So you have the positive guy that will take this and turn it into a positive event and in his or her life, and will reap the benefits. Whereas you have the negative guy that's demo account, I'll never be able to do it, I haven't got the experience, this guy's a very clever guy, blah, 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 blah. Hundreds of excuses why he will fail. And you know what? A negative attitude attracts failure. So he will fail. And then they'll say, yeah, you see, I was right. I failed. It was wrong. Okay, so let's look at the third one. Okay, the third one is very similar to the first one that we saw, a similar profile, also almost a 90% return there, almost 90-day account, 100% positive, and a positive drawdown. So there you have it, 3 accounts that have been traded for 90 days at a 100% success rate and a positive drawdown. And just a note that we have a download trading tool that lets you spy on successful strategies, so you can convert the FX Blue information onto trading charts so that you can see the actual trades that have been taken, and that will give you an idea as to what kind of strategies the traders have used. A link to this tool will be in the description of the video as well as in the first commentary. Now, I must just point out to you that the 3 items that I've shown you today, the 275 to a million, and the possible ways of getting a 100% success rate, and the 3 accounts that have achieved a 100% success rate over the last 3 months are totally unrelated. So I don't actually know the technique used by the 100% success rate person. I know this one, but it's nothing to do with that one. So they all unrelated. I've just thrown out some ideas and some successes for you to hopefully uplift yourself and say, you know what, the leveraged Forex market is creating fantastic opportunities, and I need to ask myself, why haven't I taken advantage of it? And another question you should ask is, there is a linking service where I don't even have to know all these things. I can just link my account to a fantastic account in the linking service and copy the trades. Why aren't I doing that? And then listen to the answers you give yourself. Listen very carefully. It will tell you a lot about yourself and about your psychological attitude to Forex trading and to life as a whole. I hope you've enjoyed this video. There will be follow-up videos. This particular one, the 275 to a million, there will be a full video on that showing you the whole trading over the period of 3 months, and also showing you each transaction in the trading account, and also expanding on the money management technique used. So there will be more videos. There will be more videos showing the RSI being used to trade to astronomical amounts with a small starting balance. There'll be another video showing the MACD trading a small amount to a bigger amount, and there might be, we haven't tested this one yet, there might be one showing the ADX trading a small amount to a large amount. But one thing I must make clear, you are not going to get those settings from us. I am telling you a lot about the settings. If you're very sharp, you will know what the settings are. I'm giving you the formulas, I'm giving you the ratios, I'm giving you a lot of stuff, but don't ask for the settings. You have to find those settings. It is your responsibility as a Forex trader. But I have given you enough to get you 90% of the way. Those 3 EAs that I've mentioned are already available. So any links to anything mentioned in this video, the linking service, the 3 videos, and a few more other things will be in the description of the video as well as in the first comment of the video. And please remember to join the other 30,000 traders that are on our mailing list so that they can get information immediately when it happens. So from me, Alex Deploy, cheerio.